Hello,
I'm Karina.
and I'm Jamie.
Welcome to As Told by ADHD. This podcast is the brainchild of two best friends with ADHD who share a passion for learning and a knack for finding the most fascinating tidbits of knowledge.
Each week, we embark on a wild and hilarious journey of discovery as we dive headfirst into topics that pique our curiosity. From dark folklore to bizarre statistics, cultural ceremonies to famous dead people, we're here to entertain, educate, and tickle your funny bone.
This week on As Told by ADHD, we're talking about some failed utopias. You know, I honestly think that these were some of the cities or towns or continents or countries that were trying to make fetch happen, and fetch did not happen.
And none for Gretchen Wieners.
Yeah.
You Googling, Coco.
You go, Glen Coco. We're filming in October, but this comes out in November, so we just barely passed it. I think Mean Girls is the whole month of October and not just October 3rd. So.
Fair. Also, I made my partner watch Mean Girls for the first time on October 3rd. He actually loved it.
That's because the humor is
It's
chef's
peak.
kisses.
And there were so
Yes.
many times where he was sitting there and being like, that's where that comes from? Like, the limit does not exist. And does it even go here?
Oh my gosh.
There's so
I
many
would
things.
pay to watch somebody have that realization.
It was really interesting watching it because, like, I didn't realize that people didn't know all of those. Like, I feel like of the early to mid 2000s, that movie has more references than any other movie in pop culture in that time.
That's why it's so iconic. Like, kids are
Mhm.
saying these things and they have no idea where it came from.
So, to preface, this is going to be a part 2 because you know me. I can't not do all the information that's been provided to me. And I did all the information that's provided to me. So you're getting a thorough story this week.
And I did. I'm just going to preface too, because you're going to be seeing some changes happening. I did tell her that she has got to dive in as much as possible. We need to film as many episodes as possible because this background is going to be changing tremendously because I am moving house. So while we're getting all of that situated, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna object to some part twos.
And I'm not going to deprive anyone of information. I am
No questions here.
the information giver here. Okay, evens or odds?
Evens.
That's a 2.
No way. Are we on a different streak?
We've broken the curse.
The curse is broken. I say it's officially broken. I feel like we'll just have like little streaks here and there, but I feel like the curse is officially broken.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I'm down with that. Okay.
Me too, dude.
Let's go. So, what I did find out, okay, I just want to do a quick preface. What I did find out when I was trying to look for failed utopias, like, yes, there are some failed utopias that I could have gone for that were, like, that had, like, abandoned ruins to this day that, like, little adventurers go, exploring and stuff like that. We talked about one of the failed utopias that I am literally obsessed with. We talked about Chernobyl, which is probably the one I would gravitate to because that one is huge. But we did it a while ago on one of
Episode
our
10 or 11.
episodes.
I know it was a part 2er because your girl did the research on that one, and I don't know if I'm probably part 10 because I think I went first.
Yeah.
And then I actually had, if you haven't heard that one, you should go listen to it, episode 10. I had my friend on there, Susha, and she is actually from Belarus, and she gave us some insights about that area because she was fairly close to where it happened.
Yeah. But apart from that type of failed utopia, a lot of the stories of failed utopias kind of fall under the cult category. And so I went there a little bit. So it's like partial cult activity, but the utopia failed, but it's still kind of there today. So
I feel like cults and utopias kind of go hand in hand. Like, people who make cults usually want the perfect place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. 100%. And that's why I was just like, you know what? This story is actually kind of weird. I like it. So I'm going to do this one. When I stumbled into the topic, we dive into the early 1800s. Okay?
The early 1800s.
Early
Ooh.
1800s. And this
Back in
man
the Victorian
was born,
era.
Yes, back here. Okay? This man was born, and he was born into pretty much the nightmare parents that you hear of, not the ones that neglect you, and because those are terrible parents too, and like abuse you, you know, like that. Like, that's a whole other category of terrible. This category of terrible is the ones that are unbelievably strict, unbelievably religious.
Okay.
It's never fun.
Well, that'll be fun.
A man named John Humphreys Noyes.
His name's No Yes?
His name is spelled Noyes. Noyes. No yes.
Okay, are we going to be calling him Noise or No Yes? Does he deserve respect, is my question.
No, absolutely not.
No
But
Yes.
for the research people, his legal pronunciation of his whole name is John Humphrey Noyes. Last name spelled Noyes. But I'm going to say No Yes. And I'm going to call him No Yes for the remainder of the podcast. So, for the remainder of this episode. So, in 1811, this man was born. And he would grow up, become a Yale-educated preacher, and become obsessed with the idea that humans can live without sin. Of course, it's always unbelievably religious. But
Always.
he was so educated that you would think he would come to the realization that humans were not perfect and humans could not live without sin. But I guess he took all the information that he could and was just like, I can fix people. I can change people because I'm that guy. I'm him.
Sure.
He wasn't him. It's
he
a no
didn't
for
make
me.
fetch happen.
He did not make fetch happen. So, how did he get this way? He was born in 1811 to a family of Puritans. Puritans are a Protestant reform movement within the Church of England, which is in the U.S., and their beliefs were that life should be disciplined, modest, virtuous, and that God already chooses who will be saved and call them the elect, and that other humans can't earn salvation.
Is this Jehovah's Witness?
Branches. Puritans
Okay.
is like the group, and you can have like...
Okay, so it's like Christianity, Baptist, like evangelist, non-denominational. Okay, got it. So Puritan, Jehovah's Witness. Got it.
So, of course, like I said earlier, his family raised him, along with several of their other children, in intense religion and strict structure. Even his school was deeply Protestant in their values, so church and state mixed real heavy here, which is not the best thing, because there's a reason why it's separated. Because not everybody has the same religion, not everybody believes the same thing. So
also, it's in the Constitution, like freedom of religion. So
he went on to Yale. He studied theology and philosophy, and there he was exposed to, what was it? It was religious revivalism and
what's that?
early revivalism. It says revivalism refers to a movement or practice within religion, especially in Christianity, that emphasizes the renewal of spiritual fervor, personal faith, and moral reform, often through revivals, which are intense emotional gatherings focused on preaching, repentance, and conversion. Pretty much, I mean, it is a practice, but it's a place and time and practice where you give your soul to whoever you worship within
Got it.
religion. So when you study, because I'm studying philosophy. That's not my major in college, but like I'm studying philosophy right now. And he is branching off, my professor is branching off into all types of different aspects. Like we did 4 or 5 different sections on God and religion, because like not just, Jesus God, but like the act of religion in general, and what's justified, what's not justified, what's argumentative, and what's not. Like, right? So if it's as intense as mine now and I am online, I can't imagine what it's like in the 1800s when religion was, I feel like, a lot stronger back then. So he was also exposed to early reformist ideas, and here he questioned what most philosophers do question in regards to God and religion, which is, if Christ saved humanity from sin, why are humans still so imperfect? And that is a huge argument with like 2,000-3,000-year-old argument that philosophers are still having to this day when it comes to God and religion. So in the 1830s, he graduated and he was ordained as a pastor, of course, and served in Protestant churches all over New England, where he would preach intense sermons on perfectionism and moral responsibility, which were all the things that he was raised with. And he claimed that Christians could live a sinless life on earth, but he moved churches often because other church authorities found his ideas to be way too radical, because he believed salvation wasn't enough, that humans could achieve perfection on earth here right now. That's a lot. That's a lot, because our nature, like, these people have jobs. They're around all different types of people. And in some work environments, some types of conversations and stuff like that are not allowed. So you can't do the whole, I'm going to save your life through religion right here in the break room at work. Like, you can get fired for stuff like that, because it can become, especially if he's as intense as he is and people are taking this and running with it. And it's the 1800s. I can't imagine what he was turning these people into. So he got kicked out of a lot of churches because of his extreme takes on religion and perfectionism. Yeah. But what drove him to create a utopia was that every church that he preached at, he gained a couple followers at this church, at this church, at this church, at this church, at this church. So he pretty much had his whole own church that he kind of accidentally created. Like all these people were just like kind of following him to whatever church that he was going to, and that just grew. So in the late 1840s, these followers, along with Noyes, formed a small experimental community, and they test shared property and labor. So they're just doing like little trials, like, can we all live in this area? Yeah, a little bit. But they were doing it in like a controlled area. So they were living in the same houses. They were living in the same apartment floors, stuff like that. And they were trying to see how living in full togetherness, sharing everything, could be. So I guess the trials were successful. And they were like, since this is working, we can go and make our own sinless utopia. Right?
That feels like it's not true.
It's not true at all. So They're like, yeah, create a perfect utopia. Let's go. Right? I can let you use my bread. You lend me your sugar all the time. We can do this, right? We love Jesus. Let's go, right? So, they went searching for a large plot of land, of course, to plop their new world on. And where did they gravitate to? Where all cults kind of gravitate to. Farmland.
Oh.
Wide open pastures. South America.
I don't know. I was like, it's warm there. Listen. Like, if you're creating a cult, listen, if you're creating a cult, wouldn't you want the perfect temperature? Like, if you're trying to create a utopia, you'd want the perfect temperature. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Here, crazy. It gets too cold, it gets too hot. But, like, if you go further south, it'd just be hot all the time and you get used to it. And I'm not a cold bitch. So. I don't like cold.
South America. Oh my gosh. Not South America. Most cults go for farmland because they want to be away from everybody and everything.
Farmland. Thank you. Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Freaking hilarious. Okay. My eyes are tearing up. Okay. We're fine. She didn't make me cry. We're fine.
I'm just that funny. It's okay.
Since we're in the New England area, where do you think that they decided to find some land?
Maine? Vermont?
No.
Boston? That's not right. Let me keep guessing. Rhode Island?
No.
The one that's beside Vermont, but it's upside down.
No.
What is that one? Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania?
Oh, no.
Oh, New York.
Yes.
Okay. Upstate New York? I went all around.
I literally was like, be New York. It can't be. Why on earth would it be New York? It shouldn't be New York. But yes, it's New York. It's Oneida, New York. They got straight to work. They bought this land, got busy. They started building homes, workshops, education spaces, church, establishing farmland that could be cultivated for like food and all that kind of stuff. So they grew economically. Like, he must have had convinced the cream of the crop type people from these churches because they became unbelievably successful quickly.
I feel like that's kind of how it usually goes. I feel like somehow they convince people, because we go back to the cult of like the Japanese cult that I did, he was able to convince everyone to give him all of their money.
This is true.
Like, and that's wild to me because like there's people who's probably been saving for a long time, but also
That's true.
Money was like things cost more today and inflation and all that. So like, what was the?
Well, it's not just their money. Like, I'm sure they gave their money. But when I say cream of the crop, he had like the perfect people to cultivate land. He had good entrepreneur type headset people. He had, educators. He had
Everybody.
a great selection of people to create this utopia.
And also, I feel like back then everybody owned their own house, and they probably just sold their house and was like, "Let's go."
I do think that they invested all their money, but I also think that their minds were like a big aspect of it as well. So at this time they had about 200 to 300 residents who were all driven. They developed 3 successful businesses, a silverware business, an animal trap business, and a silk production business. They had such a good group of people. Such a good group of people. And it's the 1800s. Like, people want the silk. People want the shiny silverware for their china sets that they, but an animal trap business, like, obviously, like, if you have farm animals, or even just protecting your backyard from like foxes and coyotes and all of them. So they were doing pretty good. But this is a failed utopia.
Yeah.
So
Obviously.
where did things go wrong?
Yep. Do tell.
Red flag number 1.
Okay.
We're in the 1850s. Everything is shared. We've already talked about this. They wanted to practice sharing, but absolutely no privacy here. No personal property here. Clothes were shared, food was shared, and your husband or wife were shared.
John over there, he's
No
looking
yes.
pretty fine.
No yes was apparently the one that
Polygamist.
everybody should strive to get with as well. That'll come into conversation later. But anyways, so
Wild.
no yes.
That's crazy. It's crazy
I
that
know.
like it's so predictable.
Tell me about it.
It's like in a cult handbook. Like the leader is always like the one that you want to be with.
He
Why?
is the most desirable one.
I don't know, dude.
Because he's the most holy.
You. Okay, go ahead.
So, no yes introduced the complex marriage system, which stated that adults were married to all adults because monogamy was considered selfish and love should be freely shared to cultivate spiritual perfection.
So then, okay, is he going off of like a Christian Bible? Like, what is he
No,
going
it's
off
all
of?
his religion now because he's a philosophy professor. He's an
Okay.
ordained pastor.
But it had to have started
was-
somewhere.
I think in college.
Cool.
I honestly think in college because he was mixing all of these ideas with philosophy, which can, the arguments, like, unfortunately, people who have studied like one class in philosophy would understand how many arguments and how many answers and conclusions you can come to when having a philosophical argument.
Honestly, yeah. There was that one that we talked about because you had to ask me a question for your class.
Yeah.
And I think we, like me, you, and all the other people you asked all had different conclusions.
Yeah. And
It was
those
crazy.
arguments could have come out to many different. So if they, implemented debates and stuff like that, like there's no telling what all his brain, especially growing up the way that he was raised with religion, like I feel like that's pretty textbook too, but I feel like it got very extreme when he was in college.
Wow.
So, yes. Because there's ethical philosophy too, which is what this could fall under. Like him thinking that everybody is shared, like what's ethics and morals and all that kind of stuff is all a part of it. So, but so he had this no marriage or this complex marriage
system,
right?
Okay.
Well, like, yes, because, and this is the kicker, no one could choose who to hook up with. The pairings had to be approved by no yes, or he would tell a random John Doe or Jane Doe to hook up, and they would do it, literally.
That's so gross. It reminds me of this cult that when I was like researching cults, I actually stumbled across this cult in New Zealand. I think it's still active today, but it was like really prevalent in like the 90s, I think. And the main guy would, when women and men would come of age, which is way younger than it should be there, but like the laws of New Zealand made them like you couldn't before 16, even though they wanted to. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But he would choose the young boys and young women and who would marry each other. Some people wouldn't get married at all, and then some people would like he would like join in on their consummation. Gross.
That's
anyway,
disgusting.
Yeah. If you want to know about that cult, let me know in the comments below. I can like send you a link to the video that I watched. It's gross. Anyway,
I don't want that link. No, thank you. Anyways.
yeah, I didn't like it. I was not having a good time. But he did go to jail. So,
Good.
but he
There's
got out
justice.
and then kept doing the same things.
Okay. All right.
But then he died.
Well,
So he was old.
how many people do you indoctrinate though before he?
Oh, it's a whole
anyways.
community. It's like hundreds of people.
Oh gosh,
Anyway,
that's so sad.
sorry about that.
Okay. Well,
side tangent.
Like I said, like I was kind of going into naturally, since like sharing your partner, like there's a group of people who are completely okay with polygamy and they like it and they're happy, and
if it's consensual, go ahead.
Yes.
But if somebody's forcing you to marry someone you don't know or care about, don't let them.
Yeah. But at the same time, where I was kind of going, like a larger percentage of people, their human nature isn't sharing their partner.
Okay.
So because not everybody is into polygamy. So in this cult, a lot of jealousy started brewing.
Would they get in trouble by John because he said it was sinful or not moral?
Oh, it was just it was on the DL type thing. It was so like what would happen and why this started falling apart, they would do it in like a petty manner.
Okay.
So they would get jealous naturally, since these types of pairings go against a lot of people's human nature. They were also becoming very competitive creatures because they wanted to get paired, whether it's due to sexual frustration or they're a single lady and they want whatever, or the single guy want whatever, right? So there was emotional jealousy, secret rivalries were brewing, and obviously this sinless utopia was not sinless because
of course
they're doing all this petty stuff, and if you're religious, you're not supposed to be super petty. So
you're not,
but
sorry.
What? That's not what I was taught.
Honestly, no. It's like if you're a woman, you're not allowed to be petty, but if you're a man, you can be.
Yeah.
Fucking misogynistic shit. Sorry. Religious trauma.
She does, unfortunately. I'm still very religious, but like I can point out the dumb, okay?
Yeah.
I can point out the dumb real good.
Yeah.
So, but all this shared Seggscapades. That's what I'm going to call it. Segs. So we don't get Seggscapades. But this is going to result in babies.
Okay.
But only when No Yes gave permission for a pairing to reach completion in the form of its original purpose.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Everyone else.
Was he in the room with them?
No, he would just be like, you can finish. You are not allowed to finish.
Like, as they're, like, about to reach climax, he pulls them off. Ah! Throws them across the room.
I don't think so. I think they're just, like, probably too... I honestly think that they're probably just too scared to... Because they didn't want to, like, get in trouble with, like, the almighty one or, whatever.
But sometimes I feel like you can't control bodily functions like that for the most part.
I mean, I guess they did, though.
I mean, you can to an extent. But, like, I guess it depends on how far you get. And also, like, is he in the room with them?
I didn't see any documentation where he was in the room with them, but I wouldn't put it past him because he was the one that could do everything and was allowed to do everything. So let's just assume that he could be in the room when he wanted to be in the room. Red flag number 2. Now we're in the 1860s. No Yes wanted to engineer the perfect child.
Eugenics?
I don't know.
That's what eugenics is.
Well, like, yes, but in the sense of mumbo jumbo, because what he says is like what he says will happen obviously won't happen because he has no control. But what would happen is he invented what he called stirpiculture. It's a program to produce spiritually superior children. So residents who had the most spiritual qualities and the best morals were the only ones who were allowed to have children. And this includes No-Yes himself, because obviously he's the holiest and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I'm just like, it's like eugenics, but it's like he's just making up some stuff. So it's like also kind of not. It's mumbo jumbo.
Gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. But through this program, about 50 children were born during the time of this utopia. So the next right. Over the next 13-ish years, from 1886 to 1879, the perfect society that was never perfect to begin with, but it began to fall apart internally. Starting with the younger kids, they started to question sexual rules, which, as they should, because they would become adults younger than what's legal. But I also feel like this is a great start for where it should fall apart. The kids' natural instincts, like their internal morals, is like, this is not right. What's happening here is not good. So then people started to challenge No-Yes's authority. And then because people were biting back at what No-Yes was saying, he established a new program that was called mutual criticism meetings.
Okay.
Which were pretty much public humiliation sessions where people would just air out everyone's dirty laundry to everyone. And obviously, that would cause unbelievable chaos.
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall. I'd been like,
literally back there just...
I'd go, not to ruffle any feathers, but just to watch.
I mean, I would like to sit on that as well. I'm pretty sure that's probably why everybody's like, ooh, ooh.
Like, I feel like it probably would have been like, you know, when you're in high school and a teacher comes in and is like, hey, I need to see this person in the principal's office or something.
Everybody in the class
like,
went,
ooh. Ooh.
And like literally that's what they were. And so earlier when you were like, oh, how were they supposed to, be, spiritually superior and get angry and be jealous, it's like it was like a slow process. And then whenever these criticism meetings started happening,
shit hit the fan.
Yes, intense, unbelievably intense.
Love it.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it was a great place to release, some tension and resentment, I guess.
Yeah. If you're holding it all in, can't be good for you.
But a lot of people, I guess, who didn't get their piece in, because I can't even imagine the noise that was happening in there, resentment was growing among numerous residents. They decided to take No-Yes off his pedestal, because they were like, I could run this better than he can. And they reported him to the authorities.
Okay, but for what specifically?
Having relations with teenage girls.
Okay. Yeah. Go to jail.
But instead of facing legal threats
prison
for statutory rape. And it was statutory rape because these girls were brainwashed.
Yeah. Prison.
I know, right? No. He fled. He fled to Canada.
Of course the fuck he did.
Yep. And he died somewhere.
Good.
Hopefully.
Fuck you, John Humphreys. No, yes, no, whatever the fuck your name is.
No, yes, no, yes, no.
Okay, so like what happened to the utopia after he left?
Well, other egotistical, power-hungry maniacs fought each other to the bone for the spot as ruler.
Fair.
Yep. All the other residents were pretty much watching them fight. Like,
Yeah.
how I imagine was like a sissy slap fight.
I imagine that too.
And they decided, they a lot of residents decided they're like, this is too much for me. I'm gonna go. We got really successful business. We got a lot of money coming in here, but like it ain't worth all this drama. I'm gonna go. So they decided to leave the utopia and find a new purpose elsewhere. So
Okay.
some did stay though. And I guess they agreed on new ruler. Couldn't really find a name, like successing right after No Yes.
Okay.
But they decided to make major changes to the way they went about things, like sexual activity for starters.
Please tell
Get
me
that out
children
of
got
there.
taken out. Okay. Okay.
Get that out of there.
Positive.
So, and they abandoned the complex marriage system.
Good.
Decided to live more peacefully, and focus on just like saying this is just a city, we've established it here, and they became pretty much known for, because this is the business that grew the most, was their silverware.
Okay.
So the company, Oneida Limited Silverware, is still running, still going, and you have more than likely used their silverware. All of you. All of you. It is bulk. It is the first thing you grab off of the Walmart shelves.
That's
pretty
wild.
much. Yep. So, from a sex commune to one of the most famous flatware brands in history.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is like hard left turn.
And the kids, the 50 kids, they're running. They're the chairs, their grandchildren. They're all running this.
I hope that they're doing good, because I feel sorry for them.
I hope they're doing good too. I hope they did not become another No Yes. We haven't heard anything since, but you know, when a business becomes big, they can cover stuff up really well. Just so
yeah, that's crazy.
And the fact that like I literally looked at my spoons differently. I was literally judging my own spoons.
I'm judging my spoons.
I literally looked at it, I was like, and then proceeded to eat.
All of my silverware right now is from IKEA, because, okay, and I know that IKEA doesn't have like the best, like, it's not built for longevity, but I like how small they are, because I like little forks and little spoons, and I don't like big forks and I don't like big spoons.
See, I'm different. I like big spoons. I like little forks. I love big spoons. I don't know why.
I don't know
why.
I'm opposed to spoons majority of the time, unless it's like a soup or something. Like, I'm one of those people that will eat ice cream, pudding, anything with a fork.
Wait,
if I can.
You eat rice with a fork?
Well, it depends on what if it's with something. Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
I was like, how? Teach me your ways.
With
I've
a fork,
never been able to properly
it's like a little
eat.
shovel.
It falls through.
Not if it's like sticky rice.
Fried rice with a lot of butter.
I still eat it with a fork.
She's like,
Maybe I'll make that tonight.
Yeah. Well, also take a look at your flatware and see if it's from Oneida, and you will know that you will have a historic piece of history in your own kitchen.
Yeah. I'm going to go enjoy my IKEA forks, because they're so tiny. I love my tiny IKEA forks. They're perfect. And I know that it's like, it doesn't give me a lot at a time, but I have a tiny mouth and I'm just like, and it's perfect bite for me.
Well, she also like watches TV and stuff like that while she's eating. So it just kind of like makes the food last as long as the episode.
Yeah. I also don't like eating fast unless I'm starving. I like to just.
I feel like I
like to enjoy my food.
I don't want to say that I like eating fast. I feel like just I do eat fast because I'm a mom and I got to get some stuff done.
Not even just that. You had so many brothers. You probably had to fight for food.
I did have to fight for food. Fun fact. I don't know if it's so I didn't eat fast, but what we would do, like especially if we had something that my mom would make. So there's 7 of us in total. I have 6 brothers. Like a Thanksgiving turkey pot full of spaghetti because all of them were hitting puberty at like the same time. And if you wanted to eat, you had to get first, second, and third servings on your first serving. So what I would do is if we had like spaghetti or something like that, I would tower my plate literally this tall because I was an athlete as well. I had no idea if I was going to be able to get more afterwards. No idea. So you had to load it up.
Yes. And I was kind of a latchkey kid. And for anybody who doesn't know what a latchkey kid is, my parents were working a lot when I was younger. So it was just me and my sister a lot of the time. And my oldest sister, she was like off in college when I was like 8. So it was just me and my middle sister. And I would a lot of the time just kind of go eat what I wanted, make my own food. I'd do my own thing a lot of the time. And then I also slept a lot. Like, a lot. And, like, I was so tiny. Like, it looked like I was, like, underdeveloped for, like, most of my life. I would sleep in laundry baskets full of warm, clean laundry.
Oh my gosh, I have fallen asleep on the couch. Like, I was never... Oh, actually, no. I did go through a time, probably about a 10-year span, where I was literally, like, this skinny. But if I ever dumped laundry as a teenager on the couch, I would lay on the laundry and just pass out for hours.
I would... So, like, if I noticed that my family was doing laundry and they didn't fold it immediately, I would, like, drag the basket into the living room in front of the TV and sit in it and fall asleep.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
I was literally so cute,
spot.
dude.
Yeah. That is me.
Well, anyway. Oh, I forgot we're ending the episode. Okay.
Yeah. Guys. Are you drinking your water? Huh?
I feel like we have been better about drinking our water since starting the podcast back.
Speak
like, we're already
yourself,
like
dude.
okay, but I feel like we've gotten 20 times better about drinking our water.
When I don't feel good, especially when I'm like in a flare with my autoimmune disease, I have a tendency to just like lay and not take care of myself. And so I forget to drink water a lot of the time. So if you have an autoimmune disease, fill your water before you lay down and drink all of it.
True. Make sure you fill your water.
I will.
Before you, like, after we're done recording. You need to do that. And what are your holiday plans? Are you guys going shopping for some fall decor? Are you guys already set up? Do you have Friendsgivings? Do you have any potluck events? What are you guys doing? Because we're in Thanksgiving month.
I know. So last year was my first year in this house, and I think I didn't have a table when I first moved in, but now I do, and it can be a very, very long table. So I may do a little Friendsgiving.
You should get the D&D folks together and
Maybe
be
you
like,
should
hey,
come.
we're doing this.
Maybe Karena should come.
Maybe if I can get out there.
Maybe
we're
you should.
moving. We're moving. Money is thin. Money is real thin at the moment because moving is not an easy feat.
Fair. Fine. Whatever.
But take care of yourself. Enjoy the weather changes that have been happening. Enjoy the leaves falling.
Don't get scared by crazy winds when you wake up in the morning and the wind's blowing so crazy it sounds like something's howling outside your window and you get really scared.
I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them a text message that she sent me this morning.
You can just read it.
She's like, first off, she said, dude, it's scary here. Second message, the wind is crazy. Third message, I feel like I'm in a scary movie.
It literally sounded like, and I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh no. And also I watched Nightmare on Elm Street last night with a friend. Also, if you love scary movies, it was so funny. like scary movies back then versus scary movies today, different. Like, there are scary movies today that genuinely scare me. That one was hilarious. I've never laughed so hard at a scary movie.
Is it because the effects were so bad?
Yeah, that, but also, like, there was one scene, if you don't want to be spoiled on this movie and you haven't seen it yet, then you can skip it. But everybody's seen it, I feel like. There's one scene that, like, it's like the first death, right? Because it's a scary movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. And this girl is, like, flying around the room and, like, she's, like, hitting the walls, blood's everywhere. And then she starts, like, and she was, like, in the bed with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's jumping up and he's like, what the fuck, obviously. And he's trying to, like jump in to get her down because he can't figure out why she's, like, levitating. And she starts spinning and, like, headbutts him, and he gets knocked out. It was so funny. It was, like, it felt like if you put, like, funny music behind it, that would be so funny. Anyway.
So you guys were dying laughing all night.
I was laughing the whole movie. I only got, like, jump scared twice, and it was because I wasn't expecting somebody to go, ah. Also, I feel like that movie was so pointless. There was, like, the ending was so confusing.
How so?
Like, it ended like nothing had happened, but the car looked like Freddy Krueger, and they all got in the car, and then they got trapped in the car, and then it went to screen, like, end title.
That's so weird.
I know. I was like, what was the point? Why did this happen?
Weird.
I know.
All right. Well, there's that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. But Johnny Depp's in it. Young Johnny Depp.
He's in what?
Yeah, and he wears a crop top.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm. He wears a crop top and everything.
I'm watching it. I hate
really
movies.
funny.
I'm watching it.
You should watch it. It's really funny.
I'm watching it. See Johnny Depp in a crop top.
I'm sure you've seen, because there were, like, moments in the movie that I was like, oh, I didn't realize that this was from that.
Oh, so you had the same realization.
Yeah,
crazy.
It was my first time watching that one, which is weird because I've seen, like, later Nightmare on Elm Streets, and those were better.
Right.
The first one was not good.
No bueno. Don't recommend.
No bueno.
No.
I mean, I recommend it if you want a good laugh. But, like, if you want a scary movie, it's not the one. I did not find it scary. There's also one scene where he, like, extended his arms to, like, 12 feet long, and he's running like this. But he looks like just a crazy guy, just being funny. Like,
trying to scare off. It's like those things that you need to do to scare off predators when you're walking home from the nightclub or the bar. Just
you're
like this.
It was so funny. And then everybody runs horribly in that movie. Everybody's like, ah! Let me know if you watch it.
Yeah, and have a great week. We want you to have a great week. Do something nice for yourself. Anything. I had this one mom who told me, so I posted a status, which I don't do, but I posted a status on, like, my Facebook. Don't even know why I did it, but I was just like, what is everybody doing, like, nice for themselves this week? And this one mom was just like, oh, I don't have time scheduled. And I was just like, drive to Dollar General yourself. And because we live in the South, there's Dollar Generals everywhere.
It's like every 5 miles.
Literally everywhere. So I was like, drive to the Dollar General alone, put the windows down, put on your favorite music, take that 5 minutes. That's something nice for yourself. Get yourself your own chocolate bar. And eat it with the windows down, breathe some air before you get home. That's your time. I was like, you can do it. I believe in you. So drive to your local Dollar General.
Yeah. Ooh, this week, I think what I'm going to do nice for myself is I'm going to make some chicken confit, which, I don't know, have you ever had that before? So like
I have not.
to confit something, it's like a French term, is basically like cook it in oil. So it gets like super, super like moist and like fall off the bone. And then like once you like, and I think the last time I did it, I put garlic and rosemary in it, like fresh rosemary. So good. And then when it came out of the oil, I like pan seared the skin on the chicken thigh. Oh, so good. Have it with a little pasta on the side, a little salad.
That sounds really, really good.
It was
I don't know what I'm
so
going
good.
to do nice for myself this week. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm kind of going through a little bit of a sad time, I'm not going to lie, because I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah.
I love my little house. I don't want to leave
Yeah.
my house, but the house I'm moving into is a lot bigger, and this house will still be around, and because I'm not selling it, but I'm gonna miss my little house, so I'm going through a little sad time. But if I find something nice I'm gonna do for myself, I'll post it on like one of our stories or something.
You know what?
So that you guys
I'm going to tell
can
you what
hold
you
me
need to do.
accountable.
What you're going to do is you're going to have a nice hot bath. Do you like baths?
I do like baths.
You're going to have a nice hot bath. You're going to relax.
I can do that.
And your partner is going to take care of you because you deserve it.
He actually is being so nice because like we were not planning to buy a house. This was not on the radar. We already like have this place and stuff, but it popped up within the area I'm living in, and it was just kind of like it was kind of too good to be true. So like price wise and stuff like that, and so yeah. So it literally happened within a span of a week. We were not planning on doing this. So
Yeah.
He's taking care of me real good because he knows that I don't want to leave this house.
Good. I'll fight him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, remember, drink your water, take care of yourself, do good things, be a good person. Just be a good person.
I know. Just say something nice to somebody.
Even if it's yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, that's true.
Look in the mirror and be like, you're good. You're kind. You're intelligent.
Good person.
You can tell that I struggle with that because I was like, you're good. You know what? I'm going to go do that after we finish recording. I'm going to go talk to myself. But not in a crazy way. My boyfriend and I were talking about like when like just our past selves, and he was like, I was a good boy, blah 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 blah. And I think we were talking about like drinking, and he was like, I was a good boy until I went to college. And I said I was a good boy until I turned 21. And then he turned to me and was like, oh, you and Freddie are my good boys.
Well then, again, remember those things, and we will see you guys next week.
Goodbye. Ha, ha, ha. I don't know what that was.
Let me do it with you. Goodbye. Ha, ah. I hate it. Goodbye, guys. Bye. Bye.